Welcome to It's Not God's Fault. Hi, I'm Yoli, and this is episode 12, From Red Flags to Green Flags. In Red Flags, we began with what went wrong: the anger, the control, the minimization, the fear I explained away, the moments my body knew before my mind would admit it. We talked about why we ignore red flags: because of conditioning, trauma bonds, hope, fear of being alone, faith used as endurance, survival disguised as loyalty. Then we shifted. What to avoid, what to look for. In green flags, we look for steadiness, emotional regulation, boundaries, consistency, calm. Here is what I know now. Red flags teach you what to avoid, what you don't want. Green flags teach you what to choose, what you do want. But the deepest work is not about spotting either one. It is rebuilding trust in yourself. Because you can see every warning sign and still ignore it and override it. You can recognize healthy and still feel pulled toward the chaos. You don't heal by becoming suspicious of everyone. You heal by becoming honest with yourself, by slowing down instead of rushing, by listening to your body instead of silencing it, by honoring discomfort instead of explaining it away, by refusing to shrink to keep everyone else comfortable, by choosing calm even when intensity feels so much more familiar. This series was never about blaming myself or anyone else. It was about understanding myself, understanding how trauma shapes choices and shaped my choices, understanding how grief clouded my judgment, and understanding how survival rewired my instinct. And if you have listened to these episodes and seen yourself in them, listen, you're not weak. You've been surviving, and survival is smart. Now you're learning. You're learning to pause, learning to question, and you're learning to choose differently. And that's growth. That's healing, and that is powerful. Maybe the most important thing that I learned is that red flags were never the true problem. Ignoring myself was the problem. The moment I started listening to the quiet voice inside me instead of explaining it away, everything changed. And if you're listening to that voice too, you're already further along than you think. If this series resonated with you, this is part of a much bigger story. My upcoming book, Not What God Promised, goes deeper into the journey behind these episodes. It explores the intersection of faith, trauma, grief, and survival, and how I began untangling the patterns that kept me stuck. I'm also building something more hands-on. Through my journal therapy coaching and my upcoming course, The Right to Sanity, I help women process trauma, work through grief, and rebuild self-trust, and learn to recognize emotional safety again. If you'd like to follow along and be the first to know when the book releases and when the course opens, you can join the list through the links in the bio. You do not have to figure all this out alone. You do not have to keep guessing what healthy looks like. Thank you for listening. And remember, it's not God's fault.